Your Excellency, Honorable Chairman, dear precise timekeeper that we met before, no hard feelings for the pool debates. Dear members of the proposition, progressive members of the opposition, delightful audience, good evening. How many Telecom students does it take to change a light bulb? Well, all of them. They seem to seek the most complicated ways to do things. Their purpose is not to achieve progress, but to struggle. Just keep it simple. It's just a light bulb. Now, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes a crime is committed, which is so awful that the dead have to bear witness from beyond the grave. I'm speaking about the misuse of my words by the government to put forth a scandalous motion. Gaëlle, our Prime Minister, summoned my spirit with the help of her Ouija board. So here I am, the special guest, Frederick Douglass, the reason why we're all here tonight. First, the Prime Minister, who gave an inaccurate definition of struggle, but the etymology our Prime Minister gave actually comes from the Oxford Dictionary.
Hear, hear.
Now, the audience, tell me, who are we gonna trust? A Telecom student? Oxford Dictionary.
Hear, hear.
From the Frederick Douglass and Associates, well, I am Frederick Douglass, and I disapprove your association. Don't use my name, I will sue you. For the last speaker, you talk about science and progress. I will let Mr. Fleming, tell you about how science is actually achieved. No, thank you. In the West India emancipation speech that I delivered long ago, so long ago, 161 years, 25 days, and 6 hours ago. If you want the precise seconds and minutes, you may ask our timekeeper. West India needed to hear a voice to spark a revolution. In that precise moment, I believed that progress required struggle.
Hear, hear.
But since then, a lot of progress has been made, and it hasn't always required struggle. Just like all my speeches as a militant, tonight I'm holding a freedom speech. I'll show you that this motion is oppressive. And since we're showing the government better paths to progress, I will particularly emphasize two of them: compromise and cooperation. Yes.
This motion was against slavery, so you're just contradicting yourself, saying it's oppressive?
I'm not what I'm saying is that this motion was about social progress only, whereas we're talking about progress in general. Since our childhood, we've heard the government spout nonsense, such as, it's only from our mistakes that we learn. Work hard, play hard. No pain, no gain. This government has nothing to offer but cliches. When the proposition recycled my quote for the motion, they failed to understand that I was talking about real struggle. Let's not be trite and pretend that any small inconvenience or delay is a struggle. Otherwise, isn't it just flattering to believe that all the progress you've made is due to your will to fight? I'm sure the delusional members of the government, whenever they get a good grade in an English assignment, believe they're being brave heroes and risking their lives. Now let's move on to see how the proposition tries to oppress us. What is life about if not progress? From the cradle to the grave, we're supposed to make progress. Now the government wants you to associate the idea of progress to the idea of struggle. They want you to think that progress is a very hard purpose, that you did not struggle enough to progress, that you did not suffer enough. These are the same people who make success look very hard. No, success is within your reach, you can do it. These are the same people who want you to lower your standards. They don't want to see you succeed. No, thank you. These are the same people who would give you a fish, but will never teach you how to fish. Those are the same people who will tell you that the most important is to participate, not to win. And that's not my team's point of view, especially when it comes to debate. Yes,
what about the fact that winning is a struggle in itself? So
what we're saying is that it's not a struggle. As even Ronald Reagan said, there are no constraints on the human mind, no barriers to progress except those we ourselves erect. Struggle is not the key to thriving. More often, you need other qualities to flourish. When the Americans won the Revolutionary War against the British, they needed other aspects to progress. For example, efficiency, passion, dedication, compromise, and cooperation. Those were the tools they needed to progress and become the most powerful nation of our time. No, thank you. Efficiency, along with creativity and efficiency, these same core values made Steve Jobs progress and succeed. And as our next speaker, Mr. Fleming, demonstrated, luck coupled with intelligence is another path towards greatness. Furthermore, did you hear about the Great Compromise? It's the first plan for the congressional representation proposed by Roger Sherman in 1787, and that gave birth to the US Constitution as we know it today. The US Constitution is based on the Great Compromise. This is the proof that compromise is essential to any working democracy. In 1857, struggle was the option to achieve social progress. But today, we know that cooperation is a better path forward. That's why we created intergovernmental associations and organizations such as the United Nations, UNESCO, and a lot of others, whose mission are to build peace and eradicate poverty. They're all based on cooperation. Wise judges, struggle is no longer necessary. There are better paths to progress, such as cooperation and compromise. Don't let this proposition oppress us. Tonight, I'm grateful to have had the opportunity to clarify my statement. I urge you to protect my legacy and reject emotion. Thank you.